I am excited to welcome dietitian Tayla from Utah State University, and we are talking something that a lot of people can relate to. That's being lactose intolerant.
Yep. It's not very fun when you can't participate in drinking milk or eating ice cream.
Exactly. What a bummer, right? And so this is something you're actually very familiar with.
Yes, I grew up being lactose intolerant and kind of found it out the hard way.
Okay. And so you have actually gone through the years, you've tried everything out there, and today you brought some of your favorites. So let's start over here. This is the classic that I think a lot of people have heard of, soy milk.
Yeah. So soy milk is awesome because it's very comparable to regular milk.
Okay.
So it has about 8 grams of protein per cup. So if you're trying to find a replacement for milk that has more protein in it, then soy milk is a good option.
Okay, what about taste on this one? I'm going to ask you taste on everyone.
Well, the taste for soy milk, it is a little bit different. It's not going to be the same as regular milk. I don't love soy milk, but if you put it into things, it's not as, bad, in my opinion.
Okay, there you go. And then what about this one right here?
So this is coconut milk. So it comes in a couple versions, so I brought both with me. So we have one that comes in more of a liquid version that you can drink, or you can put on cereal or in smoothies. And
I have put this in smoothies. It is good.
Yeah, it is so sweet. The flavor is really good.
So good. And then this, it's in a can?
Yeah, so it comes in a can as well, and it's pretty popular in Thai dishes.
Oh, okay.
So anything at Thai restaurants typically uses coconut milk, so it's really good for people that have lactose intolerance.
Because you can still have those soups and everything. Okay, that's great. Then this one is one I haven't tried as well. This is a nut milk. This is cashew?
Yes, so it's just made from blending up cashews, which is really easy if you want to do it at home yourself. But it's really good when you put it into soups or sauces because it's not as sweet as nut milk.
Okay, taste. Give it a grade on taste.
Oh, the taste, if I were just to drink it, probably is going to be like a 6 out of 10. Not super sweet, and I prefer to drink more of the sweet flavors.
Don't we all? Okay, good to know on the cashew milk. And then this is another one that I feel like this has been around for a while. Rice Stream?
Yep, so this is just rice milk, and so this one is also, like you mentioned, a pretty popular one, but this one doesn't have as much protein as the soy milk does.
Okay.
So it has more carbohydrates, so it's not as satisfying to drink as like a meal.
Oh, okay. And then what about calories on the rice milk? Because I know that's a big concern for people too.
So the calories on this one is about 120 for 1 cup of rice milk.
So is that similar? That's similar to cow's milk?
Yeah.
Okay.
But like I mentioned before, it has more carbohydrates than protein, and so protein's going to help keep us full, and carbs just give us that quick energy.
Okay, there you go. And then this is one I just looked at Tana and was like, what? What is this? Hemp milk?
Yeah, so this is made by blending up, what I brought up here is hemp hearts, and they just blend it together, and I would say the taste on this one is a little lower on my scale, so about 5 out of 10, but it's still really good in smoothies, and this one has more protein. So this one has about 4 grams of protein per cup, so it's in between kind of the soy milk and the rice milk if you're looking at protein content.
Okay, there you go. And then this last one, this is my favorite. Is this your favorite?
I do love almond milk. I feel like almond milk is pretty popular, and it's really good, tastes really good, low calorie. It doesn't have as much protein, but it also is really low on the carbohydrates.
30 calories. That's amazing. And so today you're actually showing us how to make our own, which I've never done before. So what do people need to know before they make their own almond milk?
Well, the first thing they need to know is how easy it is, because I used to think that it was too hard to make, maybe too expensive, not worth my time or energy, but it definitely is worth it. So you only need a couple things. You just want to make sure you have a high-speed blender and almonds and water.
Seriously, that's
it? Yeah.
Okay, so what do we do with the almonds?
So what I did was you just want to soak your almonds overnight in some water, and then they become really, not as soft, but you can take off the shell of the almond. So if you just kind of squeeze the outsides, the shell will come off. So it makes it a little easier. Just squeeze it,
Yeah.
And then it makes it a little bit easier to blend, and that step is optional if you want to remove the skins, but make sure that they're soaked for a little while, and then you add 1 cup of the almonds into a high-speed blender.
Okay, let's pour them in.
Okay, 1 cup into your blender, and then you're going to want to add 4 cups of water to the 1 cup.
Doesn't matter if it's hot, cold, anything?
Just room temperature. I mean, it can be cold because you're going to store it in your fridge later.
Okay.
So that's all you need, and then you just put the lid on and blend. It takes usually about 2 to 3 minutes, so it does take a little while. And if it's not a high-speed blender, it may take longer,
It'll take you about 3 hours to blend.
Luckily, not too long. And then if you want, I like to add in some vanilla and some cinnamon, just for some flavoring. And then at the end, it's not going to be as creamy as milk from the store, but it definitely tastes just as good, and you can use it just like you would regular.
And you made it yourself. How great is that? And then lastly, you're going to have some grains and stuff from the shells, aren't you? So what is this thing for?
So after this is all blended, couple minutes, there's no chunks in it, then you're going to want to pour it back into your container with a strainer. So a really fine strainer. And this is a specific nut bag.
Okay, that's
because like I mentioned, I've done this so many times. It helps to have like something like this. You can use like a cheesecloth or just something that can strain it really fine. And then you're just going to remove the pulp from the liquid, store the liquid as you would just in the fridge, and then you're left with some almond pulp that you can put into the oven at 200 degrees for a couple hours, and then put it back into the blender, and you have almond flour.
2 in 1, right there. 2 things in 1 quick recipe. Thank you so much, Tayla. Great info. You guys, we're going to post her list of non-dairy favorites on our website, so you can find it there. Where can people get more information about you?
So they can find us on Food Sense Utah on Instagram or Twitter or Facebook. And then you can also go to our website, which is Extension. It's right here, extension.usu.edu/foodsense.
Okay, perfect. Thanks so much for being here.
Thank you.
You guys will be right back with a lot more.